We're a few days off the Willow Springs test. Overall, went really well, but as always, I have a few checklist items to work on this car. Next event is the Corkscrew Classic at Laguna Seca in just about a month. It's the weekend of June 12th to 14th. So I'm just gonna take you guys through my prep for that and kind of what it's like running a race car out of a one-car garage in the Hollywood Hills. This is like not the situation to run a race car, not the place to run a race car, but I'm doing it. I mean, built a lot of this car here, and we're making it happen. Probably one of the lowest budget teams out there, but I'm having a lot of fun. When I say team, it's just me, and if anyone helps me on little things, but that's the team. So while I'm standing here, I'm just gonna overview the stuff that I have to do. First thing I did after the day at the track was wipe this car down with R3 rubber remover. There was track crap everywhere. And then spray waxed the whole thing and assessed my damages. And I have some paint chips, kind of as expected. What wasn't expected are these little dents that I have in my upper fender here. And those were caused by the slicks grabbing stones and flinging them up under the wheel well, and they just hit this sheet metal. Pretty unfortunate, but I have my paintless dent removal guy coming next week. He's gonna take care of those. I'm also gonna have him roll the inside of these fenders. I was just getting some ever so slight contact on the front of that fender with the slicks under suspension compression, so that'll get me a bit more clearance there. As far as taking care of this issue for the future, I have some EVA foam of various thicknesses that I'm gonna play with. I'm gonna use adhesive and put it under here to make sure to catch those stones and protect the sheet metal in the future. Other things on my punch list are an oil change, that's easy. And I'm gonna do some geometry changes in the front. I really wasn't struggling for front end grip, but my tire temps were a little warmer, a little hotter on the inside of the tire than the outside. So I'm actually gonna take some negative camber out of the front, hopefully get a little more braking by doing that. But just a small change, I'll probably just take like 0.3 degrees out. On the rear end, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm looking for more rear end grip. Might go to a softer spring, might put in some adjustable shocks. Just depends how much money I want to spend, because not only am I the mechanic, the driver, I'm also the sponsor, or my company is. So I need to get a little more out of the rear end and get some more lap time out of this car. But overall, pretty happy with where it's sitting setup wise. It's in the realm of where I want it to be. Last night I painted up this dummy tank because I currently have a stock fuel tank with a custom fuel filler in here, but I'm going to a fuel cell. Fuel Safe is making me a wheel well fuel cell. I'll have to cut out the center of that wheel well, drop in the fuel cell, drop in the dummy tank, replumb it. So that's hopefully happening in the next few weeks, just waiting for that fuel cell to show up. Today I need to get these cooked tires off and the new slicks on. Unfortunately, my only team vehicle, so to speak, is my little Fiat Spider out there. So I'll make one trip to the tire place to get them off, bring the wheels back home, clean them, strip the weights. I'm actually going to put in new valve stems, and then I'll go back to the tire place with the wheels and the new tires to get those mounted. So 2 trips there, and that will be done. Other stuff I need to do is draw up some vector files for vinyl graphics and find a place to cut some vinyl graphics for the car. I need Birch & Design House on there, probably a windshield banner and something in the back. I'll get that figured out and hopefully find a good vinyl vendor to do that for me. And lastly, I'll get the car up on jack stands, get under that car, and just nut and bolt the whole thing, check all critical components, check everything over, get a wrench on everything, check my paint marks, just make sure it's safe and I have full confidence in it. So this is the shortest punch list of items I've ever had for this car. I feel like I'm slowly starting to get it closer to dialed in. But anyway, you know, I'm fitting this stuff in along with my work schedule, which is pretty busy. So I'm making it happen. Things would be easier if I had like 2 sets of wheels, for instance. Right now, this is unfortunate to say, but I'm gonna run these slicks in practice on Friday and just take it easy on them, because as a one-man team, I don't really want to worry about having to get tires changed over between Friday evening and Saturday morning at Laguna Seca. I don't know what the situation there is. If I had 2 sets of wheels, it'd be nice. If I had 2 sets of wheels, I'd probably need a trailer, because I can only fit 1 set of wheels in my fiance's Tesla, she's accompanying me up to Laguna. So, you know, it's like it's a snowball. It just keeps tumbling. You can get as deep into this stuff as you want, but the whole point of taking you along here is showing you how I'm doing the best I can on a budget, and hopefully we're competitive and making it happen. But I am having a lot of fun. Hopefully enough to justify all the money it costs, because even as a low budget team, this seems like a lot. Those were $1,400 and they last like 2 days. This eraser wheel for getting wheel weight, sticky residue off, is très incroyable. So I'm gonna clean out the inside of the wheels with this, go wash them off with wheel cleaner, load them up, and take them to the place to get the tires dismounted. Okay, I got these wheels washed off, taken to the tire place, the old tires dismounted, brought them back here, cleaned up the barrels of them, and put in new valve stems on each one. And now I'm gonna load them back up in there, along with the new tires, and go get them mounted and ready for the race weekend. I bought these wheels used like a month ago, got a great deal on them, and you may think it's overkill for me to change something like the valve stems, but the truth of the matter is those valve stems are $10. So to me, it's well worth it. I have no idea how old or fatigued or whatever the rubber and the old valve stems is, and when we start looking at the numbers, like, you know, this set of tires mounted is $1,500. The cost of the entire race weekend is a number I don't even want to think about. It makes no sense for me to leave little things like valve stems to chance, because that could, you know, really throw a wrench in the whole weekend and be a big deal. Especially running this show by myself, it's like I'm putting as much upfront effort as I can into this to have things go as well as possible. You know, obviously when you're racing cars and pushing cars, things always happen, unplanned things happen, but I'm doing the best I can to mitigate all risks, go in prepared, and, you know, create what I hope to be an enjoyable weekend where I'm not scrambling under the car to fix things, and hopefully get a good result. So that's why I'm putting in this effort now to do all of these little things. It's just, all this stuff would be easier, you know, if I had a vehicle to fit 8 wheels in, or if I had 2 sets of wheels. But the fact of the matter is, my situation is what it is. I'd much rather be racing on my budget, you know, in the situation I have. I have no room for a trailer or anything here, but I'd much rather be doing this than just watching from the sidelines. So really enjoying it, and I hope this gives you guys some insight as to the work that goes in behind the scenes. Just finished work. It's a nice evening out, so figured I might as well fire this thing up, warm it up, and change the oil. Check something else off the list. Got her drained. The oil filter looked really great, and some tiny particles on the magnetic drain plug. So we are all good. New plug washer in, drain plugs in, new oil filters on. Now I'm gonna fill her back up. VR1, baby. 7 quarts. Let's go. Just got it filled up, at least for a starting point. Have the ignition off, so we're just gonna crank her to build oil pressure. should fire up. I'll get out of the garage. The part of YouTube that I struggle with is definitely remembering to film things in progress, but things have happened. I'm checking things off the list and prepping this car for the Corkscrew Classic in Laguna. One of the things you can see right here is I had a local vinyl cutting shop cut this window decal banner for me, and I put that on, trimmed it up. And then today I had my PDR guy come and do two things. He got the little dents that I got from rocks being flung up in the wheel well out of my upper fender here. And I also had him roll my fenders in this area because I was getting a little bit of contact from the slicks in that area. In order to hopefully prevent those rock chips in the future, I then took some EVA foam with adhesive backing and adhered it up in the wheel well in hopes of having that cushion the rocks a little bit rather than them just hitting the sheet metal. I also just finished a camber adjustment. Took like 0.2 of a degree out of each side. And that's just a baseline change I'm making based off tire temperatures across the face from testing at Willow Springs a few weeks ago in hopes of getting this car close to being set up properly for Laguna. So just doing all the little things I can do now versus trying to scramble on the race weekend. Just dropped the car, rolled the car, back and forth I mean, torqued the wheels up, and now I'll get my alignment system on there for tow, because when you change camber, you have to redo tow. My string and bar setup makes doing tow probably 4 times easier than it was before. Another small thing off the list, I painted these inner hubs. You can't see them with my street wheels, but you can with the race wheels, and there was a little rust and stuff in there. So I want everything to be perfect. There we go. My fuel cell from Fuel Safe arrived, so I am prepping the car to install it. Just cut out the center of the spare tire well because it protrudes into the trunk and it has to go to fit the fuel cell. So gonna get that edge cleaned up and painted, and we'll go from there. Got the edges painted and just put down this layer of low density sealing foam to hopefully prevent anything from getting flung between the floor here and the fuel cell. So gonna test fit it up and draw up some brackets. I made these 2 little holes for this bracket system I have in mind to hold the fuel cell in place. It's a beautiful day out here in LA, but more importantly, the fuel cell is in. I have it all plumbed, running the vent line up over and down through the stock location, bolted in with custom brackets. It's solid, ready to go. I have this dummy storage compartment also bolted in, painted red on the bottom, and I am happy with that. This race prep video has dragged on long enough, so we're about a week and a half away from the Corkscrew Classic. Car is just about ready. Let me show it to you. It's got a white nose on it now. It's just a vinyl wrap, and its purpose is sort of twofold. One, I hope it offers me some paint protection in the front for stone chips and stuff on the track. I don't really have high hopes there, but if it does something, that'd be really great. And 2, more importantly, it's a period correct look. And when you see this in your mirrors, you're gonna wanna get out of the way because it's mean looking. So I'm happy about that. But the car is just about as ready as it's gonna be for Laguna. I pretty much checked everything off my list. Still hoping to get it across scales so I can corner balance it. But overall, we're ready to go. I'm really excited for the Corkscrew Classic, and I'll keep you guys in the loop as we go through that weekend. Week and a half away. If you're gonna be in Monterey, spectators are free, and definitely come say hi.